these videos, and this might be the first guy in a while that we disagree on. I just
What's up, Fackers? We are back with our Fantasy and Chill 101, counting down the top 101 fantasy football players for the 2020 football season. Number 61 on the countdown is running back for the Detroit Lions, Kerryon Johnson. He is our 26th ranked running back. Last year, he finished as running back number 52. Some of his stats last year, he had 113 carries for 403 yards and 3 touchdowns. Also added 10 catches for 127 yards and 1 touchdown. He scored 81 fantasy points, but due to the missed time, he only played 8 games at a 10.1 points per game average. Okay, so just looking at the stats, not as bad because of the injury, the missed time. So obviously there are concerns for Kerryon Johnson. A lot of big concerns going into this year. All right. First thing, the injury concerns. Like I just said, he missed 8 games last year. He's missed 14 games total in his 2 seasons in the NFL. He's only played 2 seasons. He's still only 22 years old, but he has missed, like I said, 14 of the 32 available games. So almost half of his available games he's been injured. The other big concern in Detroit, they did draft DAndre Swift a couple months ago. So is there going to be a feature back? Is it going to be a running back by committee? How's that going to go up there in Detroit? That remains to be seen. And then we talked about him being injured, only playing in 8 games last year. He played the first 6 games and then got hurt. He was running back to production before the injury last season. All right. So I think what I'm kind of getting at is I personally like Kerryon Johnson. I bet this is the highest you're going to see him ranked anywhere,
yeah,
probably
I'd
at
say
61.
so.
A lot of people like DeAndre Swift better. I like Kerryon Johnson. When he's healthy, I think he's pretty good. He was a running back to production before he got injured last year, but just I don't know how it's going to work with him and DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift is a two. He was at Georgia.
Yeah, this is a last week me and you we agreed on everyone. It seemed like when we put out all these videos, and this might be the first guy in a while that we disagree on. I just so you can like a guy, but not like the situation he's in, and I don't. You don't like you don't like Detroit running back situation, do you? Like the just the whole
Not at all.
yeah. It reminds me similar to the Patriots, and I mean you have Matt Patricia there too as a head coach. Like, are they going to want to use Carry On just as a third or a back that just takes all the carries? Probably not. You don't draft DeAndre Swift in the second round to for him to sit on the bench. So I think it really comes down to, do you like DeAndre Swift? Or do you like Kerryon Johnson? And I think
Yeah,
it's just going to
it's
be a just what you get with
it's
the
pretty
Patriots.
it's pretty similar. I think also to like maybe the Indy situation with Marlon Mack and drafting Jonathan Taylor. It's a little different though because Kerryon Johnson's been hurt, but I think Kerryon Johnson's a good running back. DeAndre Swift they drafted in the second round, so obviously he's going to get some carries. So uh, he's this is only his third season in the NFL. I don't see them giving up on him this easily because he has been productive when he's played. How's that going to translate to fantasy? I don't know.
Yeah, so I wouldn't mind him at what his ADP is right now, which is 91. He's a 34th running back as ADP, but we are going by your rankings, how we're doing these videos, and I like you said, we have him ranked probably the highest, but I don't necessarily agree with that. But we have to talk through every player, so this is the spot where you decided to talk to him or talk about him, and yeah,
Yes,
I just don't see it.
that's the way I did the rank. Thinking on the ranking is so if DeAndre Swift before they drafted DeAndre Swift, I liked carry on probably pushing maybe right at that 20 mark, 20th running back, maybe even like a little inside that. I like carry
Okay,
on
yeah,
Johnson. So I bumped him down, obviously, with DeAndre Swift drafting, but not as much. So for me, Marlon Mack took a huge hit because I feel like Jonathan Taylor is an every down back. He ran for over 6,000 yards at
yeah,
Wisconsin. I don't think DeAndre Swift is quite on that level of Jonathan
yeah.
Taylor.
But I
I
think
don't know if he'll take as many carries away from Kerryon Johnson, but it's definitely going to be. I bet it'll be pretty close to a split.
On the Colts situation, though, that's more of a run with Andrew Luck going now. That's more of a run first team. You can't say the same about Detroit. Detroit's been saying the past, I don't know how many years, 3 years.
Oh,
Uh,
let's let me stop you there. Let's
okay.
not forget in our DeAndre Swift video that we did. It was about what 2-3 weeks ago. We did DeAndre Swift. The Lions were 7th in the league in rushing attempts last
Nah,
year.
it's no. We all know why that was, though.
Why?
Matt Stafford was hurt most of the year.
Okay, he was hurt most of the year, but it's not like they just. I mean, they still let those guys like they were gonna throw it. Yeah, Kerryon Johnson before he got hurt, I think had 25 carries and 20 carries in his last 2 games. He played week 5 and 6, and that's with Matt Stafford still there. So they were running the ball.
Yeah, look, I think they want to. They want to be a run first team. I'll agree with you on that. Matt Patricia's a defensive minded head coach. I think they hired the offensive coordinator from Seattle last year, who when Seattle had him, they were just a power run team. But Detroit's defense is god awful. Like you can run the ball when you're up or close, but if Detroit keeps giving up points like they have been, and now they just lost maybe their best defensive player in Darius Slay, they're going to give up a lot of points. And to stay in those games, they're going to have to throw the ball. And who's the
Yeah,
receiving back now? It's going to be DAndre Swift.
yeah, most likely. It just like I just don't see them giving up on him. Carry on. I just can't see it. He's still young. He's
No,
still talented.
he'll get
They've
the
invested
carries.
in him.
He'll get the carries. I just can't picture him higher than, I don't see him as a running back two. I don't think there's any situation where he performs as a running back two this
Oh,
season.
and I still have him ranked as a flex player. So
Yeah, so that's the issue then is you're not going to get that high ceiling where you could get that higher ceiling with other running backs being
the
drafted in
last
a
two we
similar.
did, Darius Geist and David Montgomery.
Yeah, well, David Montgomery might not have the ceiling that Geist does, but yeah, for instance, Darius Geist, I could see him. I don't know. I won't speak for you, but I could see him as a running back too, potentially higher than that. I just can't see that with Kerryon. When I'm taking these running backs late, I want a high ceiling.
Right. So where I have him ranked is a 7th round running back. You said his ADP was 10th round.
It says 91 overall, 34th running back. That's his ADP,
So
which I
beginning of the
kind of agree
10th
with it.
round. Yeah, that's probably more like where he's going to go. I bet he goes in the 8th or 9th round, probably somewhere in between there, most likely. But him and DeAndre Swift are both going to go around the same, probably pretty close to each other.
Yeah, I think I just looked it up actually. DeAndre Swift was 75, so 15 spots ahead of him, which I don't know if I even agree with that because it's just going to
See,
be
every one of these
the
rookies, for
RBBC.
some reason, all these rookies are have higher ADPs than the established
Yeah,
veterans that were already there. It's not going to play out that way in every situation.
yeah, I agree with that. It's the unknown that people are drafting right now, and just
Okay, so
Detroit's situation just scares me so much. We've seen what they do in the past. They had Theo Riddick in there for the longest time as a receiving back behind Kerryon Johnson. It's like just if Kerryon Johnson was the only guy there and they didn't draft DeAndre Swift, I'd be much higher on him. But I can't do it.
I want a Brit on for this one. He's our resident Lions guy. So
The Stafford guy. I mean, if you agree with
Stafford and
Ryan,
Galladay.
then you're going to be able to take Kerryon wherever you want him because he's going pretty late compared to Ryan's rankings right now.
Here's a question. Let's say both Swift and Kerryon are available in rounds 7 through 10. You try to grab both of them.
I don't know. That's like,
Basically, probably be wasting one of those picks.
yeah, that's like
But
taking,
you'd ensure that you'd get whoever emerged as the guy in Detroit.
or it, like I said, it turns into the Patriots situation where you're drafting James White and Sonny Michel. Are you happy with that?
Oh, the last 2 years they were both kind of playable.
But they also yeah, they're both playable as a flex, but you can't stick both of them in your flex spot.
Right, but I'm just picturing drafting one of them in the 8th, and then coming around to your next pick. Maybe you were deciding between them in the 8th, and you get to your pick in the 9th. It's like, oh shit, the other one's still there. He might be the best player available, but you already have the other one. Is that something you would consider doing?
Me personally, no. But if you believe in the Lions, run offense, then yeah, I could see it. I do think they want to run the ball. I just don't believe in it. Yeah,
I God, I just hope he stays healthy.
yeah. If he stays healthy, I can see him being a flex. That's that's my highest I can see him. But he's a good running back, like you said. Averages decent yardage per carry, and he's shown that he has a talent. We saw what Bo Scarborough did last year with, and he had put together some games. And I think Kerryon's a lot better than he is. I just that the signing of or the drafting of DAndre Swift scares me.
Guess I was just considering all the rookie situations. I liked Edwards-Helaire better than Damian Williams. I like Jonathan Taylor better than Marlon Mack now. Like I said, every one of these rookies is not just going to replace the
No,
veterans. Some of these
no,
veterans are going to win out and be more productive. So,
yeah. I'm on the fence with these guys. This specific running back situation, Kerryon and DeAndre. So that's all I got on him.
all right. So, just to wrap it up, Kerryon Johnson. He is our 26th ranked running back. Borderline, maybe flex guy, depending on how it goes out with DAndre Swift. Number 61 overall. We out.
We out.